Here we are in the Forscene website with my account logged in. And first I want to talk a little bit about a couple of issues, which is really not with the Forscene service, but rather web browser Java issues. Before I tried to use it with Google Chrome, which is quite a bit different web browsers than some of the other ones because it uses its own, it bundles its own Flash within Google Chrome, and I think it also uses its own Java as well, and there's issues using that. Once I switched to Firefox, I didn't have any problems at all, and that when I first started using it, it was a particularly old version, and it still worked anyway. Now I also upgraded Firefox as well. So we're going to take a look at some of the options here, and here you can upload files, and depending on how you want to edit, it gives you several choices. We're going to actually look at the upload section, and because we're going to be uploading some files, you can do auto detect, or just choose what you want to use. I use NTSC. I'm in the USA. Also, wide angle, 16:9 ratio. We're going to choose some files, and of course, I'm going to use the Canon XF 100 camcorder. Uses MXF files. So we can go ahead and choose that. Now, it kind of does it a bit weird. And I don't know if I'm using it wrong. I looked through some of the tutorials. I didn't get an answer, but I'll probably email them and do an update. And like when you open Final Cut Pro 10, it usually shows you the actual video files instead of just things like the actual file names. It'll actually bring you directly to the video. But here you actually kind of have to search through all the folders to find what you want. And here you can just choose MXF. The only problem I foresee with this is metadata. I'll give you an example, a AVCHD, which is really a consumer format. If you use the MTS files, instead of allowing the video editor directly access them, then you got to worry about metadata, for instance. So that's going to be interesting how that works. But we're going to go ahead and open this file right here. And we're just going to upload that file. And it's probably not very long, maybe 30 seconds at maximum. Of course, with MXF files, it's really a MPEG 2. And we're just going to pause it and continue once it uploads. The file is finished uploading, and let me go back to the start page. And hopefully it's going to show it, the new file, once I enter the editor. And we're just going to go ahead and edit high memory. And as you see, Java's starting up. It does use Java. And of course, it asks me a bunch of questions. Are you sure you want to use Java? And so on. And it brings you to the editor page, and just take a minute to start up. Okay, just like so. And as you can see here, we do have, initially I uploaded 3 files before, these 3 right here. And here's the 4th one I uploaded as well. This is really not necessarily showing you how to use it. I'm going to show some of the features. I really was interested in this is because it's kind of a new, well, it's not really a new concept. Forscene's been on the scene, pardon the pun, for about 10 years. And I really wanted to see how actual video editing through the cloud actually works, is if it's how the performance is going to be. And I will show you obviously some other ways of doing it as well. And you kind of have this default interface right here. You got 2 video viewers. One is going to be for all your files, which are right here, and then one for the timeline as well. Once you choose your files and put them into the timeline viewer, I guess you call it. Then the timeline will show up. And what's also nice, if you're got this for a trial, which I'm using right now, and go to the library, here you can actually choose. They have test files if you just want to try it out, or you're still wanting to learn how to do it. They give you several free video files to use. Here you can use GoPro, and so you can choose what you want to use, regular NTSC right here, different formats, and then you just load it in and use it that way. And let me take a look at this. We're going to double click on this. It will load it in the viewer here, and then your timeline shows up as well. And like I said, I was most interested in seeing the performance more than anything, and using it over the last couple of hours or so, last few days, haven't really seen any performance issues whatsoever. I did have a little bit of problems with their library, loading and things like that. Of course, that could be various reasons. Obviously, you're going to need a decent internet connection. I'm not sure what the minimum system requirements are. And here I've got 16 gigabytes of RAM. Is using 38, which is not bad at all. Of course, I don't have a lot of files loaded at this point. And we're going to play it just to show you how the performance runs. And here there's actually no movement. Let me show you another one. And let me play one more just to show you. Like I said, I've had no problems with performance lag or anything like that, as far as I know. And a lot of these are just stationary shots. I do have some moving ones in here. I'll try this one just to... Now, you may not hear any audio in here. Okay, just like so. In fact, okay, we're going to go ahead. A lot of the keyboard shortcuts, or a lot of the video editing, the way you use it in Forscene is very similar to most video editors, so I'm not really going to go over that much, just a little bit. And even it uses the same shortcuts. I usually use Final Cut Pro 10, and I'm all using keyboard shortcuts right now. And I'm going to set my endpoint using the I, and it works. And speed up, speed down, reverse, all work great. Just like so. And we're actually going to drag that to this window, and it should automatically put it on the timeline right here, where you would simply edit. And we're actually going to add some more footage just to show you. And we're going to set our out point here, and then we're simply going to drag it over here. And as you can see, there's a break right here between the different videos right here, just to show you. Okay, and that's just a breakdown of a little bit how it works. But like I said, I was primarily interested in performance and not necessarily how it works. There's many tutorials out there, and most video editors are really very similar anyway. So that's Forscene, very interesting. And of course, I thank Forscene for allowing me access for this to do it on my show.